One, two, blah, direct, BRfm.
Hello, this is Andrew Cross and Pratik Barman on BRfm. How are you, Pratik?
I'm very well, Crossy boy.
No panic in that little news clip, getting the CDs ready at all. We're professionals, aren't we?
Well, we are professionals, and
we should be.
Professional amateurs.
We should be sacked. But anyway, we have got an interview coming up with Joanna Swan from Ilya.
Excellent.
So, the format is, Pratik,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to play an Ilya track now.
Yeah.
Then we'll be talking to Joanna, play another one, talk to Joanna, play another one, talk to Joanna. So that is the format. We're going to kick off then with a great song.
Yeah.
Right? This is called The Last Castrato.
Okay, excellent.
Here we go.
Looking forward to it.
That was Last Castrato by Ilya, and I'm hoping, above hope, that we're now going to be speaking to Joanna Swan, the lead singer of Ilya. Joanna, are you there?
I was there. I was just fiddling with my My volume control was just in case because you sounded ever so quiet. But
Can you hear me now?
I'm on. I was there. I'm still here.
Excellent. We can hear you loud and clear for the
I
earphones.
can't hear you very well. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
That might be better.
Yeah.
Unless I've cut you off.
No, we're still here. Happy New Year.
Oh my God, I'm losing you. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Are you still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I'll concentrate very hard, but you're ever so quiet.
We can hear you loud and clear anyway.
We can hear you.
That's probably because I'm shouting because you're so quiet, you know that. How are you, Andrew? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. I can't believe that we're interviewing Joanna Swan on BRfm. It's unbelievable. I'm really pleased.
Well, no.
It's Crossy's dream come true, actually.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. It's a dream come true to be interviewed by you.
That's good. That's excellent. Right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Joanna Swan, from Bristol, is that right?
Yes.
So,
Born and bred in it, my lover.
I was expecting you to have a more West Country accent.
I was thinking, I don't see any Welsh surname in Andrew Cross, but...
I've got a very thick accent.
Oh, it's lovely. I love the Welsh accent.
And a very thick head.
A thick head and a thick... Same here. I've got very little stuffing left in mine, so... Unless you mean because you were drinking last night. No, you weren't.
I'm doing a dry January.
Oh, good.
And it's painful. It's
Is it?
pure
Yes,
agony, actually. It has to be done, after December. What's the opposite of dry? Wet. It was very wet.
Oh, it's wet, yes.
What about you, Pratik? You having a dry?
I'm abstaining this year for about a month, and then maybe continue for my birthday. We'll see what happens.
He's abstaining, somebody said in the background,
Yes.
is he?
He's abstaining. That's Pratik, my co-presenter, Pratik Barman.
We're looking. He's been looking forward to this interview for ages and ages. So we're happy you're on BRfm. Crossy's going to go through your band and what you've been through and stuff like that. Go on.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
Go on, then, fire away. I'm really sorry if I'm shouting because actually you're so quiet. But yeah, go on. I'll do.
we can hear you. We
maybe
can
I
hear
need
you.
my
So that's
hearing
good.
aid in. No, I haven't got one of those. All right.
Right. Okay. First question then. Really. Well, let's just talk about your background. You grew up in Bristol.
Yeah.
Did you then, did you go to college after growing up as a teenager? Or
No, I went to Ashton Park Comprehensive School and got absolutely no education there. I didn't even sit what was GCSEs in those days. I couldn't stand any kind of institutionalized life, so I left at 14 and got a job selling vintage clothes in a shop, and nobody even noticed I wasn't at school. That's how good the school was.
When you was 14?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So I I would perhaps go back in. Anyway, look, I hated school. It wasn't for me. And so, I started singing with a band when I was about 17. And then I decided I'd go to art college.
Cool.
But I didn't have any O-levels. So I lied my way into art college, telling them I had all sorts of things I didn't have. And they only discovered about halfway through the course that I'd made everything up. But they couldn't really check me out because I was quite good. So
Excellent. So, from art college, what was your first band then? That wasn't Ilya, I assume?
It was called The Spicks.
The Spicks.
Which was kind of a soul band, and I was one of the backing vocalists. There were three of us. My two best friends from my childhood, Wendy and Sarah Partridge, and I were the backing vocalists, although I did do some front numbers as well. And Mike Crawford was the singer, and Nick Shepherd, who then went on to play with The Clash, was our guitarist.
Wow.
And it was a great band. We did a tour of England with like sort of an audience of one person came to see us. No, it was quite good. We were touring, supporting people like the Adverts, and this was a long time ago. It was like
this is in the 70s, early 80s. So, how did you then come out of that band and meet? Obviously, Nick is the other person in Ilya.
I carried on working with the two girls that I've been doing backing vocalists, and we went on to do write our own songs and form our own bands. And we were looking for a guitarist, and the bass player had suggested we try this guy that he used to play with called Nick. So Nick turned up to meet us, and he walked into the room, and I thought, oh, he's a real tasty geezer. And when things changed, we sort of got together and started writing songs, and the rest is history.
Brilliant.
Writing songs, having children, who are big children now.
All right, so you've got children together as well. I didn't know that, I must admit.
Well, you do. Well, why would you?
That wouldn't on Wikipedia. Joanna's family were just as well, really, I suppose.
I need to put that in. No, no.
Cool. So, the next song we're going to play, this one is from an album which was released under the name Joe Swan rather than Ilya. So,
well, that's because at the time we thought we may confuse our fan base that were very much into the kind of epic, real kind of instrumentation sound, and we were. This was Nick getting to grips with how to to record ourselves, because we'd worked with Dan and we'd used studios before, and this was him putting everything down on the computer, and just making an album ourselves, really. So it's very kind of rough and ready in sound, and we thought we'd lose a lot of people with it, so we thought perhaps if we called it something else, that would be good. But it is basically an Ilya album.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. And the song is called Play With Me. What's Play? Well, I gotta have to ask. Well, what's Play With Me about?
It's just cheeky.
Leave it, Pratik.
And also, it has a lot to do with the fact that at the time we've been kind of dropped by, Virgin, and we were struggling to kind of work out this whole new way the internet was going, where people were then to sell their own music online, and we'd started that with Somerset, and then we got to the point we had absolutely no money. We wanted to make another album, and I think Play With Me is more like, I was feeling like, I don't know, it's just cheeky, and it's to do with getting older and stuff, and...
Excellent. It's a good electronic track.
You can take it how you want. Rude, not rude.
You can take it how you want, Pratik. It's Sunday morning, we won't go any further. Right, this is Play With Me, and we'll be speaking to Joanna again straight after this tune.
Okay.